Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the Pitch Straight. This is a bit of an impromptu stream. I have not been watching the NASCAR race today. To be perfectly clear, going into this, I was planning on watching it on replay, but I have stream working again. Hope everything works well. Should be in 720 perfect. I am. That is great. But thank you for coming back in. If you watched the Pitch Straight in the past, you know that we always had the race in the background. And I should have known this back then, but due to copyright, I will not be doing that anymore. So this is a pure watch along. So go over to Fox Sports 1 to check out the end of the NASCAR race. They're at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Like I said, I have not watched it yet. I was planning watching this on replay, but we are back streaming. As you can also tell, this is a lot more relaxed. Got a new set. But yeah, we are watching along. I do have Fox in my ear, so hopefully, if there is anything that they say, of course, I want to give credit to Fox. And when that happens, I have it on very, very low just in case I hear something different or interesting. But like I said, we are back uh, here on the Pitch Straight. We're going to be doing a lot of streaming this year. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, so like I said, we are here. We're watching. We're live. We're back. So let's look at the lineup so far. They just started stage 3. I just happened to catch it at this moment. Also, IndyCar is currently racing in. They are currently racing at the Thermal Club, and in California. So depending on timings, we may go to watching that race. But for now, we're watching along with the final stage of the NASCAR Cup Series race at Homestead-Miami Speedway, which is on if you want to watch along. We are currently with 85 to go here on the Pit Straight. So currently in the lead is Bubba Wallace, and you got Kyle Larson in second. Denny Hamlin in the new Progressive car. He just signed an 18 race deal with them for this year. In third, Ryan Blaney in fourth, Alex Bowman in fifth, William Byron in sixth. Seventh place, also Sigdrick, who just took the position from Tyler Reddick, the number 45 machine, as Kyle Larson is ripping the wall on the outside there. Ninth place in the Colic Racing, number 16, AJ Allmendinger, and Chris Buescher rounds off the top 10 so far. And like I said, I haven't been watching this race today. I just happened to tune in at the right time and see the finish here. Let's look at the rest of the lineup. Chase Briscoe and the Joe Gibbs 19, 11th. Also Dillon in 12th. Noah Gragson 13th. Josh Berry 14th. Mike McDowell 15th. And Aspire Motorsports number 71. Ryan Preece, top 5 finish in the recent weeks in the number 60 and 16th. Justin Haley in 17th. Daniel Suarez at 18th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and the JTG Daughtery Racing in 19th. Zane Smith with Front Row Motorsports in 20th position. And it looks like Carson Hocevar is in the pits as well. Hood is up, so that may be the end of the day for them. He's been in the news recently in NASCAR for not some pleasant things, but we're going to see if he can finish. He's probably several laps down at this point. Looks on the Fox tracker, there's only been one caution for calls. The other two cautions are for stage point or for the stage breaks, which last weekend was compared to last weekend is very interesting in how all of that went down. But we're looking at the rest of the lineup as Ryan Blaney's making a move to the inside of Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin again riding that wall. You can see a lot of marks on the wall from the racing this weekend. Kyle Larson, of course, was trying to go for the triple. He did not. He won the truck race on Friday, did not win yesterday, so keeps Kyle Busch as the only person in NASCAR history to win a triple header. Not only did Kyle do it, excuse me, sorry. I forgot the source that saw this, but he's won it twice in 2010 and 2017. I saw a graphic of that somewhere. I can't remember who made that graphic. So currently looking at just footage of Larson ripping the wall. Wallace is also ripping the wall, and we have Blaney versus Hamlin again. And you can kind of see a wide shot of the outside as they are heading to commercial break. So yeah, again, it's really good to be back here on Backwards and Forwards. I mean, not Backwards and Forwards. That was a gaming channel that I just did here on the Pitch Straight. It is nice to be back streaming for you all. Like I said, I missed it. It's good to be back. But yeah, if you have anything that you would like to know, please put it in the comment section down below. I would love to answer any questions you may have about motorsports and also just chat with you about motorsports as well. Be sure to also be in the live chat as well. But yeah, it's so good to be, again, it's really good to be back. And I hope that you enjoy our content here on the Pitch Straight moving forward. Like I said, this is just a pure watch along of the race. Again, due to copyright reasons, and again, some should have known when I started. is that, yeah, that, uh, yeah, I shouldn't have been showing that, but we're back. So, like I said this over backwards and forwards. I'm going to try to keep the same true here on the Pit Straight. I would like to do at least twice a month in streaming. Don't know what weekends that will be. I would love on the Monaco Indy 500 and YouTube and Coke 600 weekend, which at least for the foreseeable future, this is going to be the last triple header like that we have. Streaming at least one of those. I would love to do Monaco and Indy for that weekend, but again, we'll see what happens there. But just waiting on the coverage to come back on for Fox Sports. So again, thank you for tuning in. Whether it's live or on the replay, we are approaching the final stage of the race. Waiting on the race to come back on to see where we're at with this. We left with Bubba Wallace in the lead, Kyle Larson in second, chasing him down, ripping the wall. So we're going to see if that is still the case here, as we're waiting on the coverage to fire back up on Fox. I'm curious. Excuse me, hopefully I shouldn't have. Yeah, okay, good. I don't have my desktop audio. Let's see if I can do the IndyCar race at the same time, and we'll see if we can kind of keep up with both. I feel like IndyCar, they're only doing 60-something laps around. 60-something laps around Thermal. So I doubt. I feel like does it say what lap they're on? They're pretty much done. Oh, actually, it is over. Alex Palou is the winner at Thermal for this year's IndyCar. What is it? IndyCar Grand Prix of the Thermal Club. So there we go. That answers that question for us. So let me just load up the Fox NASCAR again, as we're approaching kind of the end of stage one, or we're kind of approaching halfway through stage 3, I should say, with Straight Talk Wireless 400 from Homestead-Miami, which I believe is in talks again of hosting the finale, because from mid 2000s to very recently they were the host of the championship until Homestead took it over. So let me turn Fox down just a little bit. A little bit more. But yeah, as we can see right now, the top 3, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, and Ryan Blaney, are all within a second of each other, which that is pretty exciting. Ryan Blaney's on the inside of turn 1. Larson, as always, ripping the wall. Bubba Wallace is coming up to the top lane to try to block Larson's run that he would have off the top. Ryan Blaney has fallen back a little bit. This is currently a Bubba Wallace versus Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson could very easily go for 2 for 3 here with 73 to go here at Homestead, which of course had the wildfires as of over the weekend, which I believe last I saw 50% contained. I could be wrong, but still a very good sign that the wildfires are being contained. I don't know if there have been any injuries or anything like that, so I don't want to speak to that, but it is good to see that they were able to still have the race at Homestead with Bubba Wallace still the lead. Excuse me, Kyle Larson in second. Ryan Blaney third. Denny Hamlin falling back a little bit, 2.5 seconds behind Bubba Wallace in fourth. Alex Bowman in fifth. William Byron in sixth. So 3 of the 4 Hendrick Chevys are actually, no, all of the Hendrick. No. Kyle, Alex, William are currently in the top 3. Chase Elliott is the one who's not in the top 10 right now. Again, I missed the beginning of this race, so not sure what happened to Elliott, but he's currently not in the top 20, it looks like. So they are going to have to make one pit stop at least because of fuel. you would assume they take tires if this thing were to roll all the way to green, as Reddick is making a move on the outside of William Byron right now. Reddick on the outside takes the position from William Byron, moves him up to 6th place at Homestead. Bubba Wallace currently in the lead, like I said. Kyle Larson in second. Ryan Blaney in third. We see Christopher Bell, I believe, near the back. Winner of 3 in a row, of course, who did not win last time out in Las Vegas. Larson moving for the lead on Bubba Wallace. He is on the inside, does not get the move complete, falls back in line. Wallace is actually taking away his top line there. Larson running the wall again. He's going to get a good run out of turn 2. May have another chance at Bubba Wallace as they hit the front straightaway. Coming out of turn 2, Larson definitely has to run. Wallace will see if he decides to block on the outside again. Good chance he does. Good chance he does it. Wallace is right on the ball. He's taking away Larson's line. Larson is on the inside. He's at the wheel. He's at the door. Side by side coming out of turn 4. Let's see who gets the run. Wallace with the run again, taking the lead back from Larson. Well, I guess he never gave up the lead. So it looks like right now Wallace is running the inside of the track as they enter turn 1 and 2, and he's washing out to the outside. As Larson, he's just ripping the wall around 1 and 2. He will get the run down the backstretch, and then Wallace, he is switching his line in 3 and 4, running against the wall on the outside. Larson is following him as well this time. He's not actually trying to make the pass yet. Let's see, Larson is moving down into the middle of the track, hopefully trying to gain a run, but he is actually further away this lap than he was the last couple versus Bubba Wallace. Blaney is, of course, hoping for a mistake. He is currently in 3rd place right now, hoping that Larson or Wallace create an accident or get each other loose. But Hamlin is also coming back into the picture, currently 1.6 seconds behind Bubba Wallace. Again, I'm so sorry that I'm yawning. Larson down the inside. Trying to make that exciting when you're yawning. He is currently wheel to wheel with Wallace. This might be his best chance for the lead coming out of turn 3 or 4. The last 5 laps. Wallace on the outside, able to ride that fence, and is currently going back into the lead. From what I've seen, this is Bubba Wallace's race. Again, I don't know how much he's been in the lead or not, but Larson again ripping that wall. Blaney is now into the mix. He is right behind Kyle Larson, so this fight has brought Blaney into the mix. It is now a 3-car battle for the lead as they enter turn 3 with 66 laps to go. Bubba Wallace on the outside. Kyle Larson is following him. Blaney is a lane below Larson. Larson is crossing over. Blaney takes up the high ball, and now it is Bubba Wallace in the lead. 0.33 seconds according to Fox's timing and graphics. Kyle Larson is in second, with Ryan Blaney in 3rd. Denny Hamlin is in 4th. So, very exciting stuff here. And again, if you want to watch this live with me, go to Fox Sports 1. I am just here, just watching along with you all. So, it's very exciting to see. And again, I have Fox in my ear. I can kind of barely hear them. So, but if something does happen, I'll let you know. But it looks like from the ticker at the top, fairly uneventful race. There may have been something that happened at the end of stage 1. Again, I also have not seen any highlights. I should point that out as well. But waiting on the outside. I'm going to send this link to the stream to a buddy of mine. So Larson is still in second. We're kind of we've been watching the top 4 battle throughout all of this coverage as well. But again, thank you so much for tuning in today. But they are about to go to commercial, and I think we're going to take a break as well. They're getting ready for the last pit stop. So, yeah, we will be right back. We're going to take a break with them, and once the coverage starts back of the race, we will be back. But, yeah, see you guys in a moment. And we are back. Fox just came back up, so we are back as well. We are waiting on them to see what happened. Looks like Kyle Larson during the commercial break took the lead potentially, or is this live? No, Ryan Blaney blew up. His engine blew up from third place. That is not good at all. So that is bad news there. From third position, Penske, Ryan Blaney out of the Straight Talk Wireless 400 in the final stage. That is not good. That is crazy. We are looking on board at this, as Mike Joy says on the Fox broadcast. But yeah, Ryan Blaney is out. We're looking at a shot from the spotter stand right now. Lots of smoke. But yeah, Ryan Blaney out from third place. Kind of shocking there. But thankfully, Denny Hamlin, it looks like Hamlin may have brushed the wall trying to, because he may not have known, of course, he wouldn't have known where Blaney was, but we are now under caution, and it looks like a lot of oil, that's probably just a lot of fire extinguisher fluid. They're pouring from Ryan Blaney's machine as he is now out. He is out of the car. Obviously frustrated because he could have gone for the win. Of course, last year got passed by Tyler Reddick near the end of the race, but Ryan Blaney, not a lot you could do there with a blown engine out at Homestead. Caution with 58 to go. Another restart is coming up soon. But yeah, Ryan Blaney out here in Homestead. A little look at the running order before pit stops. Bubba Wallace from 2311 Racing is currently in the lead, followed by the Hendrick Motorsports number 5 of Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin in third place, Tyler Reddick in fourth, and the other 2311 having a great day down in the Sunshine State of Florida, and Alex Bowman is in fifth place. I'm going to stop there because it looks like pit stops are coming up soon. You would assume pit road may be closed for another lap or two so they could try and clean up more of the mess from Ryan Blaney's machine. Actually, the tow trucks are in, so I doubt that the pit road is open yet. So we'll finish out the top 10 going into pit stops. Sixth place, AJ Allmendinger in the Colleague Racing number 16. William Byron in seventh place, and they are actually going to commercial as well. Side by side, as we can keep going. Chase Briscoe in the number 19 with Joe Gibbs Racing in 8th place. Of course, the Daytona 500 pole sitter for this year. Austin Cedric in 9th. And we're going to wait for it to come back around for 10th place. As last week's winner in Las Vegas, Josh Berry is currently in 17th. Chase Elliott, the other Hendrick car, is currently in 18th position. We're going to wait for it to come back around to finish off the top 10, who is Chris Buescher in the number 17. So they are waiting for pit stops. Next Sunday is Martinsville, which very, very good chance I may stream that race as well. May do all three. No, may not. If Trucks is on Friday night, I won't be able to do Friday night, but I could do the Saturday and Sunday races. Looks like we're just seeing replays of what happened with Ryan Blaney's car and them trying to fire extinguish it out. So... Also, I do want to mention that if you are watching this, of course, watch this live. If you're watching this on the pit straight itself, this is the Thursday after. We'll put our stream up for the previous weekend when we do stream. Let me double check that you can hear me. Yeah, you can. So we'll do that. We're just looking at Ryan Blaney's car. We're getting another look at the side-by-side of Denny Hamlin's view of it. Yeah, just kind of puffed up at smoke. And, yeah, Hamlin didn't hit the wall as hard as it looked, but he definitely did hit the wall there. So, yeah. Going back around, I think this if pit road should open this lap when they cross the line. But, yeah, we're going to do a full rundown of the order like they do on MRN and PRN after. Looks like they're getting ready for a Ryan Blaney interview. I'll be quiet when they do that. And, of course, any interviews that Fox does, of course, I'm going to give credit to them. So if anything that I'm reporting at that point is from Fox. So just waiting on any action to come back. But, yeah, really good to be back streaming. Man, I missed this. But, yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to do twice a month streaming is the goal. Could be NASCAR, could be IndyCar, could be Formula One, could be. Okay, they are doing a truck series. So again, if this race is on Friday night, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stream that. It is Friday, so we may be able to do like tonight and just do the last stage, but I doubt it. But we are back with coverage, so that means that pit stops are coming up shortly. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I've missed it. I'm so excited to be back. Uh, talk about motorsports, which is what I love talking about. But yeah, I mean it's really amazing to be back here on the pit straight. Jamie Little is currently doing her interview with Blaney. Let me see if I can. Again, this is all reporting what they say. Looks like no warning. Yeah, it sounds like no warning from Blaney on the Fox broadcast. So yeah, so it doesn't look like it's anything. Nothing. No warning. It just kind of happened. So yeah, so you're just talking about, it's gonna. He thought it'd be a good battle last 60 laps, but we are lining up for pit road, lining up for a restart. I think this is just outside their fuel window by a couple laps. But Larson's crew looks like they are cleaning the pit box. So Blaney and Larson are right there next to each other in pit lane. So that is interesting. So third DNF, Jamie Little just said. I did not realize he has DNF 3 times. I think this is race 5 or 6. So he's either right at 50% or just over 50%. Did not finish rate this year, which is not good. This is Daytona, Atlanta, Coda, Phoenix. Okay, so yeah, so he is 50% not finishing races. That is not a good thing, especially when you're in Penske, especially when you won the championship 2 years ago. And Penske, of course, they're the 3-time defending NASCAR champion between Logano, Blaney, and Logano. Yeah, that is not a good stat to be looking at this point of the year. You're going to have to win a race, if not two, to comfortably get into the playoffs this year. But we are about to begin pit stops. Yes, we are. Fox is currently highlighting Larson, Wallace, Byron, Bowman. But we're going to see if the orders change. Larson is into his box. Looks like they're taking 4 fresh tires. They're probably going to be waiting on the fuel. All of them are, because again, I don't know what the fuel window is, but I feel like they're right on it if they are. Bubba Wallace is taking 4 tires as well. William Byron just pulled into his box. Alex Bowman just now into his box as well. Byron taking 4. Bowman taking 4. Bowman could. No, he's too far back. They're not going to come out first. But right now it looks like Wallace, Larson, Hamlin. Bowman does grab a few spots. Reddick, Centric, Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, and Noah Gragson make up the top 10. Bowman gained 1. Centric and Buescher 3 each. Byron lost 2. Gragson plus 2. All of them took 4 tires. Wallace, Larson, Hamlin, Briscoe, again, according to Fox Graphics, did not move at all. Looking at Jeff Gordon on top of Alex Bowman's pit box at the end of pit road. My favorite driver, by the way, was Jeff Gordon. So, yeah, if Fox goes to break, we will take one as well, and then we will do a lineup order for Fox, for the race from Fox as well. So, again, thank you for tuning into this new format. It looks like Kyle Busch is on the outside, maybe taking a wave around. There's a good amount of cars. I'm assuming these are cars who are lapped down, who haven't pitted yet. But there was a pretty good streak there of cars. But yeah, so Wallace, Larson, Hamlin, Bowman, Reddick make up the top 5 out of pit road, followed by Cindric, Buescher, Briscoe, Byron, Gragson. But there may be some cars here who did not pit. Maybe trying to gamble, and maybe there being one more caution that they could come in, take 4 tires of fuel, and for sure make it to the end of the stage. We're just looking at the crews, looking at all the tires and stuff like that, and board on William Byron's machine. Man, this is so fun to talk about racing again. I'm sorry, I'm just so excited talking about this stuff. But like I said, if speeding penalties, Austin Cindric and William Byron in the number 24 move to the tail end of the longest line for speeding in pit road. Must have been on the entry. Looking at the radio remix, so I guess I can kind of get a good view. So Barry hit Larson at some point, probably at the end of stage 1. Logano's in his pit stop backwards. Suarez spun, coming to make a green flag pit stop at some point in one of the stages. Blaney Blaney had some trouble on pit road with Briscoe, but yeah, there's supposed to be 2 1 lap to go. Wave rounds happening. Wallace is being picked back up at the front. We're looking at AJ Allmendinger's number 16 Colleague Racing Chevrolet. Story of the race so far: started in the top 10. He's pretty much stayed near the top 10 all day. Into stage 1 again by Fox. Don't want to take any credit for this. Into stage 1 and 7th, stage 2 and 13th, currently 12th, about 45% through stage 3. And the number 16, Colleague Racing Action Industries Chevrolet. That's pretty good in the number 16. Cindric and Byron, like I said, are falling to the tail end of the longest line. Choose rules coming up. Ty Gibbs, we see his car coming in. Pace car's on the outside. Wallace takes the inside. Larson. So it looks like Wallace, Larson, Hamlin, Bowman, Reddick, and who's that? Busher make up row 3. Gragson and Briscoe row 4. Allmendinger and Dillon row 5. Justin Haley and Ryan Preece row 6. Zane Smith, Michael McDowell row 7. Chase Elliott in 16th. Daniel Suarez in 17th. Joey Logano 18th. Eric Jones 19th. Ty Gibbs in 19th. Josh Berry in 20th. So let's go through that order one more time as long as we've got it. Going from 1st to 20th, we have Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher make up the top 5. Tyler Reddick, Noah Gragson, Chase Briscoe, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon make up positions 5 through 10. 11 through 15 is Justin Haley, Ryan Preece, Zane Smith, Michael McDowell. 2 Spires Motorsports cars right there. McDowell was lined up right beside his old Front Row Motorsports car in the number 38. Zane Smith is now piloting that. Coming up with the rest of from 16th through 20th, we have Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez in the 9 and 99. Joey Logano right beside the Legacy Motors Club, I believe is the team name for Eric Jones. Ty Gibbs in Joe Gibbs Racing, number 54 in 19th. And last week's Las Vegas Motor Speedway winner, Josh Berry in the Wood Brothers, number 21 in 20th. Coming around turn 4. Coming to the restart zone. It's not a Geico restart zone this year. I'm not sure who is sponsoring it, if there is a sponsor for this one. But back to green flag. The inside line is where Austin Cindric and William Byron, they've got a lot of room to make up. They're fanning out in the back. Kyle Larson takes the lead 4 wide very briefly for the lead. Alex Bowman on the outside from the 5th position. Coming to the outside, Bubba Wallace takes the lead. The 48, the 5, and the 11 are 3 wide. Larson in the middle. Bubba Wallace is going to be right on that wall like he did towards the end of the last green flag run before the Ryan Blaney's engine gave way. It is Blaney. Blaney is out. Hamlin coming up to try to squeeze Byron, or Bowman does not have the room. Bowman is currently in 2nd. Denny Hamlin 3rd. Kyle Larson in 4th. Chase Briscoe in 5th. Tyler Reddick in the number 23 in 6th place. 3 wide in the back. 3 wide, 2 rows back. Joey Logano is in the middle of that sandwich. Coming out of the turn. But yeah, Bubba Wallace, you still have Hamlin versus Bowman. Kyle Larson in 4th place, trying to make the positions back up, trying to get back to where he was earlier on in the day. Bowman on the outside. Hamlin squeezes in front of Larson. Little bit of a back up there. Reddick is choosing his team owner, Denny Hamlin, to push. Chase Briscoe is coming up into 6th place. This is a great run for Briscoe. Who's that on the inside? Number 17, I believe that is Chris Buescher trying to make a run on the inside, make it 3 wide. But Larson and Hamlin currently 3rd and 4th fighting. You got 5th place. Chase Briscoe is now on the outside. Reddick between Buescher and Briscoe. Briefly 4 wide, it looked like. Larson squeezed it back in. So currently, Bubba Wallace is almost a second ahead of Alex Bowman in number 48. 2 Hendrick Chevys, 2nd and 3rd, with the first Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota in 4th. Toyota make up 3 of the top 5 positions. 2 Joe Gibbs, 2 Hendrick, and 1 2311 currently in the top 5. It looks like everything is kind of falling back into place now. Hamlin in 4th, fighting his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate. Briscoe coming down the inside. Reddick is riding the wall. Larson riding the wall. Wallace is riding the wall. Bowman is about 2 lanes down out of 3 and 4. But looks like there is a car around the fence in the back as well. Austin Dillon is making a good run in 8th place so far. Briscoe coming down the inside. Larson is coming to block Briscoe. Makes the block, but will Hamlin and Briscoe have the run on Larson? Larson has actually been kind of moving more towards the inside of late. But again, this may just be for blocking Buescher behind Denny Hamlin. But here comes Austin Dillon on the inside. He's in 8th place, currently fighting Tyler Reddick. 2 wide, 2 by 2 by 2 for 3 rows. Buescher falls behind Hamlin. Reddick comes in front of Dillon. But it looks like Wallace is still riding the wall. This is Wallace's best chance for a win in a while here in the NASCAR Cup Series. He's got a second according to Fox on that. Looks like Reddick may have been close to the wall. Allmendinger in the Kaulig Racing, number 16. Coming to the outside, Reddick has no room between his right side and the wall. Same with Allmendinger on that outside lane. Austin Dillon is currently trying to fight Reddick. He's on the inside. He's making some progress. Not a lot of progress, but he is getting there. Allmendinger still on the outside. Running the middle. We're looking at him. Fox is telling his story of the race. So, waiting on that. Briscoe is currently in 4th place. His story of the race so far is 4th. Started into stage 1. 1 position behind in 5th. Came up to 12th. Again, all according to Fox. So, still waiting. But to turn Fox down just a little bit because I don't want to say something and accidentally not credit them. But yeah, Hamlin versus Briscoe for 4th position. Briscoe is on the outside. Let's see who Buescher chooses to go with. Buescher may choose to go for himself. Larson is riding the wall. Could be briefly 3 wide here. Briscoe and Hamlin are below Larson. Larson's still in 3rd. Wallace is just running away with it. Is now 1.2 seconds ahead of Alex Bowman. Chase Briscoe on the outside. Bubba Wallace, team communication that Fox is reporting, trying to give that one away. Looks like he started in 3rd gear rather than 2nd in the 5-speed gearbox. So almost gave it away there. But Briscoe still looking at that fight for 4th position. Buescher is on the inside. Austin Dillon in the middle with Tyler Reddick on the outside wall. Yeah, a lot of action going on here with 43 to go. Could be heading to commercial break shortly. Nope, they're still going. Hamlin on the outside. Austin Dillon is making a comeback here. Coming from 7th place, of course, had the controversy at Richmond last year, so I know that they're trying to get back into the playoffs for this season. Reddick on the inside of Austin Dillon. Looks like the first 6 are currently in line. Looked like Austin may have given that just to Reddick there. But Austin Dillon is back on the inside. Looks like Allmendinger trying to make a move. Is that Allmendinger trying to make a move? Yes, it is. But does not make the move. Austin Dillon versus Tyler Reddick for another set of corners as we were looking on board if you're watching along on Fox Sports 1. From Ryan Preece in 10th position. He's made a really good, for his first season at RFK, of course, after leaving Stuart Haas last year, doing pretty good into the top 10. Like I said earlier in the day, earlier in the stream, finished in the top 5 at Phoenix a couple weeks ago. As NASCAR finished up their West Coast swing, is now back on the East Coast at their 1.5 miles, and then next week will be in Martinsville in Virginia. But we are just again looking for Brian Priest's on board. Looks like the top 5 cars, maybe even top 6 are in the line. Got some fighting. Looks like Reddick and Dillon are still fighting ahead of Priest. Looks like this is the only side-by-side battle going on right now. As Dillon rides the white line, Reddick is kind of coming into the corner just a little bit, and then he is riding the outside as he exits the corner to try to get some move and some room and some speed. But Reddick is currently holding true in 7th place. 2311 having a great outing so far. Both cars are in the top 10. Looking at Tyler Reddick's story of the race here on Fox, similar graphic on the bottom. Looks like 20th, 10th, and he's currently 7th. So that's a pretty good run from him. And I keep forgetting about Riley Herbst now being 2311. In my head, 2311 is still Wallace and Reddick. But you have Riley Herbst, who's in 31st position, out of the running for today with 39 to go. Dillon is making the move on Reddick. He is on the inside coming out of turn 2. Nothing happening there with Reddick. Larson still in 4th, has not been able to regain the position since the pit stop. Looking at a replay of, looks like Larson did get into the wall. Got a little bit too close there, did rub the wall. So that gave Briscoe the position. But yeah, we rode the wall for a little bit there. Basically, rode it from the beginning of the entry of turn 2 to the end. As Bowman is coming back. It got his, I saw 1.2 seconds, but it looks like Bowman has ruled in at least 3/10 of a second. Looking at your top 10 with 38 to go, Bubba Wallace in the lead in the 2311 Toyota. Alex Bowman in second in the 48 Chevrolet of by Hendrick Motorsports. Third, the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota of Chase Briscoe. Fourth, Hendrick back again with Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin with the Joe Gibbs number 11th Progressive Chevrolet in fifth. Chris Buescher, RFK's highest runner so far in, which is Roush Fenway, Kenway Racing, Kozlowski Racing, just want to say that, not Kenway, that's Assassin's Creed, that's a totally different channel, but currently in sixth. Tyler Reddick in the number 45, 2311 Toyota in seventh. Austin Dillon, Richard Childress is highest runner right now in eighth. AJ Allmendinger currently in ninth place in the Calling Chevrolet, number 16. Excuse me. And Ryan Preece in the number 60 Ford, currently in 10th position. So that rounds out your top 10. We have three Toyotas, 4 Chevrolets, and I believe that would make it 3 Fords in the top 10, all represented by a few different teams there. So that's really good to see. As Hamlin is ripping the wall once again on the outside. Looks like the preferred line here at Homestead is just riding that wall. And try not to hit the wall as you are there. Currently looking at Dillon versus Reddick still in the background. They have not decided who wants that 7th position. As also Dillon moves to the inside. Reddick moves to the middle of the track, moves to the outside, trying to get a tow from the number 17 Ford of Chris Buescher. Also Dillon looking to clear, does not clear. That gives AJ Allmendinger, however, the room on the outside. Because of that move, Austin Dillon moves to 9th position. Currently, well, I guess he's technically 8th now on the inside. Allmendinger trying to use the outside and use the draft with Reddick. Dillon pulls up in front of AJ Allmendinger for 8th position. So currently it is still Tyler Reddick 7th, Austin Dillon 8th, AJ Allmendinger in 9th place. 34 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami. Even though Fox is still going, we are going to take a quick break. Again, it's been a while since I've done this. I can feel my voice going. So I'm going to go get some water. We'll be right back with more coverage of the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Like I said, we'll be right back soon. And we are back. As you can see, I got my water with me now. But 31 to go. Still trying to figure out the fight for 7th. Looks like while I was gone, Reddick moved back to 9th place with 30 to go. The running order as it stands after a quick mic check. Yeah, we are good. Currently the running order. Alex Bowman taking the lead. Wow, okay. I missed that. Alex Bowman is in the lead. Took the lead over Bubba Wallace, who is in second place, half a second back. Chase Briscoe in third, Kyle Larson in fourth, Denny Hamlin in fifth. That rounds out your top 5. Now, Reddick is falling back. May not have a good long-run car, or maybe just the fighting for these positions took a little bit more out of him than out of his car than what he realized. But currently, we're looking at 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Looking at Bowman versus Wallace again. Wallace has dominated stage 3. Got passed by Alex Bowman. Hopefully we'll see a replay of that as Denny Hamlin versus Kyle Larson. Larson is making a move on Hamlin or Hamlin on Larson. They're both equal footing going into turn 3, but Larson on the outside will take the position early on. Hamlin may try to diamond the corner just a little bit. We may see him kind of cut in at the end of turn 4. He rides on the inside of Larson, barely giving any room. Coming across the line, Kyle Larson in 4th position versus Denny Hamlin. As Hamlin takes the inside line, so does Larson. Larson follows him down. Hamlin in the middle. Hamlin up top. Larson up against the wall. Still trying to fight for 4th position here at Homestead in the Sunshine State of Florida. Hamlin currently has about a car length or about a quarter. Larson still riding the wall. They're not going to get this solved here this lap as they are now allowing Chris Buescher and the Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing Ford to come behind. 4th and 5th battling it out here with 27 laps to go. Hamlin on the inside. Larson on the outside. Larson riding the wall like he has been throughout stage 3. Hamlin deciding to fall behind Larson this lap, coming into 3 and 4. Maybe just biding the time. They still got 27 laps to go. There still could be a caution. You never know. Ryan Blaney's engine just gave way about 30-something laps ago. So Buescher is now in the fight for 4th position as we look further back in the field. Looks like we have Reddick versus Dillon in 8th and 9th position. This fight has been going on for a while now, and it may continue yet as Tyler Reddick currently in 8th position as his 2311 teammate is in 2nd, and the other 2311 teammate is in 31st. Christopher Bell in 33rd, I just saw on the pylon there. As we're looking at the last lap times on Fox Sports 1, Bowman 34.5, Wallace 0.72 seconds behind right now. So it looks like we're looking at a graphic for Fox, looking at 9 different Homestead winners in the last 9 years. So there could be a 10th today if Alex Bowman holds on to win here at the home of the previous season finale, Homestead-Miami. As looks like the top 3 are riding the wall. They may have been lapping. There may be a lapped car that they were just getting by. Maybe. I don't think so. I think that was just well, maybe. Yeah, they're in lap. Or Christopher Bell is right there. I wonder if Bell took a pit stop just then. This is very interesting. Unless if he's the last car running. No, because you got Cody Ware and JJ Yeley. But yeah, Blaney and Josefar are both out with. I know Blaney is out. I haven't heard the reason Josefar is out, but I would presume it's an engine problem. So we're taking an overhead look from the blimp at Homestead-Miami on Fox Sports 1 with 23 laps to go in Florida. As Priest looking on board from Priest. Looks like got Austin Dillon in front of him. Looks like Reddick and Dillon have settled 8th place for now. Both lost down on position against AJ Allmendinger. This is 7th. He may be making a move on Chris Buescher here any moment. Bubba Wallace is now riding the fence on the outside, trying to catch back up to Alex Bowman, who took the lead from him. 22 laps to go in Florida. I know Bowman right now is hoping to get to the white flag, because of course once the white flag happens, the next flag ends the race. But with 22 to go, right now it is looking green all the way as they are advertising NASCAR's Martinsville race next Sunday on Fox Sports 1, which again, we may be doing a watch-along of that. But we will see what happens there. But still 22 laps to go. Bowman is 1.3 seconds ahead of Wallace. He's kind of, that gap is going back and forth a good amount this race. As Fox is playing back some scanner audio from Bubba Wallace. Chase Briscoe has caught up to Wallace. this battle for second may not be over, folks, with 20 to go. Bubba Wallace is on the outside, riding the wall. He wants no room between his right side and the wall. As Chase Briscoe is coming behind in third. Larson hasn't been able to come back to the front since the pit stops, so he may be hoping for a caution as well to bunch the field back up to have a chance of going against his Hendrick Motorsports teammate in Alex Bowman. So we are looking at Chase Briscoe versus Bubba Wallace. Alex Bowman's riding the fence now with 19 to go. And yeah, we can see the size. There's a sizable gap now. It is now 5 seconds between first and fifth. Pretty big gap for the top five, especially at this point in the race. But Bubba Wallace, tracking second. He's had a good day so far. I believe this will be his highest finish of the season if he can hold second. But, of course, he wants that win. He wants that guarantee into the 16-team playoff that is going to happen later this year. Speaking of playoffs, during Amazon Prime and the TNT's run of races, we, of course, have the first in-season tournament. I'm looking forward to see how that goes. Could be very interesting. That in-season tournament as Ryan Preece versus Austin Dillon for the last position in the top 10. Preece is on the inside. Grabs ninth place from Austin Dillon. Justin Haley in the Inspire Motorsports number 7 is coming up as well. So we're looking at pit road incidents between Penske teammates Cindric and Logano. And we're seeing, okay, so this is a good highlight of the race. What I missed, Christopher Bell spins. He does clip the inside wall. Looking at more pit road hits as 4 wide there between Barry and, wow, that's 4 wide. And that's how Logano ended up backwards right in front of Justin Haley and Daniel Suarez. We see Ryan Blaney blowing the engine. And then we should be seeing the pass for the lead that Bowman made on Bubba Wallace, of course, in that break. That took the most unfortunately timed break ever. But no, we do not see that. So today, as of 250 laps again, seen on Fox's broadcast, 9 leaders, 26 lead changes, 28 cars on lead lap, and 4 cautions, but I also believe that includes the stage break cautions as well. As we are with 16 to go. Pretty sizable gap between first and fifth still, at least 6 or 7 seconds now as we're looking at the last leaders' lap times. Larson, they're showing Larson, again, hasn't really made an impact since that restart for Ryan Blaney's blown engine. Looking from the checkered flag, from the flag stand. Alex Bowman at the top with 15 to go. Wallace is trying to chase him down, followed by Briscoe and Kyle Larson. Let's do an update with 15 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami. Alex Bowman in the Hendrick Motorsports number 48 is currently in the lead, followed by Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson, and Denny Hamlin round out your top 5. After that, Chris Buescher in 6th, AJ Allmendinger in 7th, Tyler Reddick in 8th place, Ryan Preece in 9th, Austin Dillon, and the Richard Childress Racing number 3 Chevrolet. Here with 14 laps to go as we go through the rest of the field. Justin Haley in 11th, Zane Smith in 12th, Joey Logano in 13th, Eric Jones in the number 43 14th, Noah Gragson 15th, William Byron 16th, Josh Berry 17th, Chase Elliott 18th. As Alex Bowman's continued to ride the wall on the outside. Looks like Briscoe and Larson. Larson made the pass on Chase Briscoe. He is now in 3rd. His car is coming back to life here. And rounding out the top 20, Michael McDowell in the number 71 Spire Motorsports Chevrolet, and Austin Cindric in the 20th place in the number 2 Penske Ford. As we're going to round out the cars on the lead lap, let's look at what's going on. Hamlin, 5th place. Larson is trying to catch up to Bubba Wallace in 2nd. Who knows? He may make a comeback here and get back to Bowman and win here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Coming up to the line, 12 laps to go in the Straight Talk Wireless 400. Trying to get to the white flag in the race. That is the goal for the number 48. Of course, hit all your marks, no mistakes. You got a lap car in front of you, which shouldn't be a problem. Famous last words, but there. And to round out the lead lap cars, Kyle Busch 21st, Daniel Suarez 22nd, John Hunter Nemechek in 23rd. I mean, that's amazing. Christopher Bell is a lap down after the strong run that he had in the first 5 races this season. As we are looking, Larson on the outside. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm trying to get to Bubba Wallace. This is the fight for second with 11 laps to go. He is there. Larson is there. Who is that? I can't tell. That may be J.J. Yeley in front of Alex Bowman. Larson on the inside of Bubba Wallace to take that second position. Larson comes up on the outside, slams the door. Larson versus Bowman could be happening soon as the 48 gets around that lap car. Larson is in second. He's got a second to get in 10 laps. He may do it. Just depends on how Bowman's car is, how Larson's car is. This is a long run here. Not sure if anybody is worrying about fuel yet, as who is that? What car number is that? Is that Yaley that Larson is passing? 41. That is Cole Custer. Cole Custer is a lap down. Bowman, Larson, Wallace. 10 to go. We've seen this story before. Let's see how it is again with 9 laps to go as Bowman crosses the line. Larson in turn 1 and 2. I think Bowman and Larson are going to be running the same exact line. They're going to be riding that wall here. And thank you for joining us here with 9 laps to go here on the pit straight. Been covering stage 3 today, so be sure to put in the chat anything you want to ask about this race and talk about. But Bowman on the outside with Larson. We're looking at a replay. Looks like Larson may have gotten into the wall again in turn 1 and 2 a couple laps ago. Bowman versus Larson. Larson making up a quarter of a second. He is within 7/10 of a second, 3/4 of a second behind Bowman. He is making up the ground. We could be seeing a fight to the finish here. Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace dominated early in stage 3, but then they moved on to Alex Bowman. But now it is all Kyle Larson. He is chasing down his Hendrick Motorsports teammate. Hendrick currently makes it the top 2 positions. Next Hendrick car looks like William Byron at 13th. Of course, had that speeding penalty at the last caution. Went to the tail end of the longest line. Larson is half a second. 7 laps to go at the line. This is the fight to see. We're looking at they're just going back to Bubba Wallace really quickly, but we want to see the fight between the top 2 Chevrolets of Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson. As Alex Bowman is on out of turn 2 with 7 to go. Last lap time, Bowman 34.9, Larson 34.7. So making up 0.2 a lap. That is enough. I think once Larson gets close. Oh, Bowman hit the wall. Bowman in the wall. This could be the chance for lead. Oh, there it is. Kyle Larson has taken the lead from Alex Bowman. Bowman just got too close to the wall coming in turn 3 and 4. He missed the mark there. Larson on the inside to defend. But Kyle Larson is back in the lead. Could he go 2 for 3 this weekend? Just missing out on the Xfinity Series from yesterday. But Alex Bowman just got out of the groove, got into the rubber on the wall and hit the wall. But it is now Kyle Larson's race. Looking at Jeff Gordon, looking at the incident, because this is, of course, 2 drivers. Either way, right as of right now, one of his drivers wins. But unfortunately, it looks like that may not be Alex Bowman. 5 to go. Of course, there is still time for a caution. There's still time for the field to be re-racked. And there is still time for an overtime finish. As Kyle Larson, we look at Brad Keselowski. Is Keselowski going to fight, or is he going to stay out of the way as the 2 leaders are coming by? It is now Larson on the outside here with 5 laps to go. Bowman on the outside. And looks like they both get past Keselowski. Keselowski choosing not to fight in that. 4 laps to go. Kyle Larson is the leader. Ran a 35.05. Him and Bowman ran pretty much the same lap time as Bowman is on the inside. Larson on the outside. Larson right on the wall. Bowman was kind of more in the middle of the track that lap as we were looking at the crew boxes for both Larson and Bowman as of right now. That may have been a great fight to the finish there. Larson, but Larson could hit the wall. He's done it a couple times in the chase to Alex Bowman, but will he do that in defense? Maybe slightly into the wall there, but it didn't look like it. 3 laps to go. 2 Hendrick Chevrolets fighting it out for the win at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Larson is still riding that wall. Bowman trying to find anywhere where he could gain an advantage, maybe even stay in the slipstream of the number 5, but may not be happening yet. 3 laps to go in the Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead. Larson and Bowman both riding the wall. Yep, both riding the wall coming out of 3 and 4. 2 laps to go here in Homestead-Miami. Kyle Larson could be leaving victorious. He just has to hope that there's no cautions in the next 35 seconds. Because if there's a caution, of course, we will re-rack and go into NASCAR overtime. Of course, never want to be the cause of that caution. Never want to be the cause of that caution in the lead. But Larson, if he hits all of his marks, he is clear. He has driven away from Alex Bowman. He is now almost a second ahead going into the last lap as Larson on the outside, out of 3 and 4, coming to the white flag here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. 1 to go. Kyle Larson crosses the line. He is a full second, 1.2 seconds ahead of Alex Bowman, riding the outside. This looks like Larson's race to lose. Better be mistake-free coming out of 2. He's done this before. He did it on Friday night. Didn't quite make it yesterday in the Xfinity Series race. But Kyle Larson, it appears, to wrap his triple header weekend here at Homestead-Miami, coming out of turns 3 and 4, riding the wall halfway through turn 3. Camera pans, turn 4. Kyle Larson is exiting turn 4 right now, back onto the pit straight, and there it is. Kyle Larson wins the Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Alex Bowman is in second. Bubba Wallace will cross the line in 3rd position. Bubba Wallace, that's a great finish for 2311. Chase Briscoe in 4th. Denny Hamlin in 5th. Chris Buescher and the Roush RFK, number 17, in 6th. AJ Allmendinger in 7th. Tyler Reddick in 8th. Ryan Preece in 9th. Justin Haley, Inspire Motorsports, gets another top 10 finish. Zane Smith 11th. William Bowen 12th. Austin Dillon 13th. Joey Logano in 14th position. Eric Jones in 15th. Noah Gragson in 16th. Josh Berry, last week's winner, and the number 21 Wood Brothers Ford, 17th. Chase Elliott, looks like 18th position. That is the lowest Hendrick Motorsports finisher of this race. Austin Cedric in 19th position, followed by Michael McDowell in the number 71 Spire Motorsports Chevrolet in the 20th position. So with that is it as we see Kyle Larson. If you're watching the Fox Sports 1 broadcast, he is currently doing burnouts on the front stretch. Looks like he's going the full way down. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today here on the Pit Straight to the final stage of the Homestead-Miami Straight Talk Wireless 400. As you just saw, or as you just heard at least, and hopefully you were watching along with us, Kyle Larson is the winner here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. That was so much fun streaming again. I've missed it. It's been, I think, at least 2 years on this channel it's been since we streamed, so it's amazing to be back. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you tuned in today live or you're watching here on the Pit Straight again on Thursday after the weekend of the race, or if you're watching on the VOD channel. So that is it for us here on the Pit Straight. That was a great stream, a lot of fun, great final stage from Homestead. But again, thank you so much for tuning in for today. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of Homestead. We could be recording an episode of the Breaking Zone podcast live very soon. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the race. I thought it was a great final stage. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to streaming. I'll try to keep up with the schedule of when we're streaming on our channels. So, and also, if you're watching this on another platform such as Facebook or Rumble or any other platform, and you want to catch these live, go over to our YouTube channel. Just search the Pit Straight, and you should see logos like you're seeing behind me. So yeah, again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, no matter where you are in the world, and I hope to see you soon here on the internet.